Did you ever have one of those balancing birds when you were little? Like the kind that just teeters back and forth, spins awkwardly on your finger, trying not to face plant? I think those are the perfect metaphor for life because so many of our days are spent awkwardly trying to balance by wobbling and wiggling until we find our funky groove. So, when I think about balanced life, there are two models that I like to refer to. The first one is the circle of life from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, where I got my training. And they refer to the categories on this list as primary food. Because if you think about it, if your career or your relationships or any of these are off, it tends to affect you secondary food, which is the food that we actually eat by making bad decisions or choices. So they suggest plotting every month where you feel like you fit in each of these categories and then seeing whether your wheel is balanced enough to spin. Then there's the Power Nine, and these are based on the blue zones. The blue zones are the 5 regions in the world where people supposedly live the healthiest and the longest. So those are Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Ikaria, Greece, and Loma Linda in California. They discovered that the people in these regions tend to have jobs that allow them to move naturally every day. So they herd cattle, they garden, they hike regularly. All of those are more like healthier movements than like powerlifting, for instance. Then they all have a purpose for life. So the Okinawans call it their ikigai, or the Costa Ricans call it their plan de vida. They also eat reasonably. They stop eating when they're like 80% full. They eat mostly plants and beans, and they're super social. I mean, most of them, and this is my favorite, drink wine daily with others. They have belonging because they are all part of a faith-based community. They prioritize family, and they surround themselves with a really close-knit group of friends and family. So the fact that I think almost half of the Power Nine are connection-based just speaks to the importance of a sense of belonging for humans.